Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to a video I didn't think I would ever really have to make. I thought it was patently obvious, quite frankly. But critical thinking seems to have left the chat, alas. So here we are, we're going to talk about it, I guess. Am I a shill? Am I shilling for Superman? Is Warner Brothers chucking a little paycheck down in my pockets? No, unequivocally not, obviously. I say obviously, it's not obvious. Critical thinking, again, seems to have completely left the chat, unfortunately. And I don't really know why. I don't really know why this film has divided people the way it has. It seems really strange. But let's take a look. And again, I'm going to wrap some other pieces of news into this as well and just sort of cover some other bits and bobs whilst we go through this. But I want to address what a lot of comments coming through are actually on this. So this is the back end of YouTube. And these are the comments, right? That you can see on my video of Superman review. Good start to the DCU. Now, if you'd watched that near 12 minutes, 11 and a half minute movie review, I said I wouldn't even strongly recommend going out and watching it. You know, I said it's a good start. I said it's good for a film like this. I am sick. I even said I'm sick of superhero movies. Now, I'm categorically talking, obviously, to the people that, you know, don't have critical thinking skills, right? And in fairness, it's kind of a wasted effort to do this video anyway, because I'm sure people probably just won't pay attention, much like they didn't pay attention to the video. The review was pretty milquetoast, as milquetoast the review as possibly can go. I thought it was fine, you know, it was a throwaway movie. I'm not like, I don't do ratings, so maybe if I did a rating system, it would probably come across a bit better how milquetoast I was on it. But it was fine. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was. Certainly no Shawshank Redemption, for God's sake. But it's certainly not as offensive as a lot of people are making it out to be, in their opinions, obviously, and in my opinion. But the comments coming through are just hilarious. I mean, look, for instance, you know, at the time of recording this 13 minutes ago, why do I feel you ain't being legit with this review? And my response is a legit response, because you're stupid, right? If I was shilling for this movie, right, don't you think I would be doing... I mean, shilling kind of comes across in two different ways, doesn't it? You know, you shill for something because a studio presumably pays you to. I am blacklisted from studios. I used to get invited to events. I don't any longer. So I can assure you, I get nothing from studios. At all. I get nothing but copyright claims. But you would obviously shill for a studio from that perspective, I guess. I don't know. Something which I've never done. Or you would shill from the perspective of trying to appease your audience. Now, I don't get anything from Warner Brothers. I don't get anything from any studio. And I'm certainly not shilling for my audience, because my audience hate this movie. Much like they hated Prey, for instance. A movie which I really liked. Much like they hated Alien Romulus. A movie I really liked. I like certain films, and you are entitled to hate certain films, much as the same way I'm entitled to like it. All I'm doing is presenting my opinion. But Superman seems to be this very strange, like, nexus point, where if you dislike or you like this movie, and you differ on those opinions from one another, you hate one another. It's very, very bizarre. I've had people suggesting that my entire taste in films is in question, even though they liked every other film that I liked. I mean, how retarded is that? Genuinely. How bizarrely tribal is that? But like I said, I mean, to this person, why would I go so against the against what the audience clearly wants me to do and lose subscribers? Which I actually have actively lost subscribers because of this movie review. Genuinely. Let me see if I can try and find it here. Yeah, here you go. I've lost 10 subscribers. Now, I've gained some, so it's leveled out. But it was more than 10. I've obviously gained some, so it's started to level out. But why would I go so against what my audience wants me to do? If, like, what? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Your critical thinking is just absolutely fucked. And then there's others as well. Like, I don't know. Like, your takes are very troubling. Seems you go against the grain. I'm like, against the grain? Like, what grain? As this movie is generally very well received, which is true. You know, you might not like to admit it, but it is being really well received. yeah, it's a fun throwaway movie, and it's not like, I mean, I didn't even find it that laugh out loud funny, to be honest. I hear this seems to resonate more with Americans than it does anyone else. The humour didn't really resonate with me that much. I don't know if other British people can confirm. Maybe it's just American humour. I don't know. But it's been well received. I mean, this is very well received, to the point now you've got Deadline saying Superman leaps the $55 million Friday. So now it's going to about $115 million opening. Now, just as an FYI, let's be objective about it. That's still not great. Right? You're going to accuse me of being a shill? $115 million is still not good. This movie needs a lot of money. I mean, $115 million domestic, yeah, I guess. I mean, still, I wouldn't say that's great. If this opens to $250+ million worldwide, then we can start to have a conversation that this isn't as abysmal as people are thinking it's going to be in terms of its box office. But I still don't think that's good. Right? That's being objective. It's not shilling, is it? It's just a statement of fact. But yeah, these comments are just... It's so bizarre. It's like, well, you know... So what grain? I couldn't possibly like the movie because some people on the internet dislike it. What a pathetic take. And it really is. And I've replied to a few like this. There's a few of these. There seem... Again, this is a weird nexus point. It's a really weird nexus point. This person is actually Jade's Corner, I think. Is who inspired me to do this video. Because I was just like, you know what? You've got a bloody good point here. You know, so because I got this. Wow, Nate, I seriously question your taste now. And I'm like, never understand this mindset. I was like, one movie you disagree on, and therefore you question my taste. I was like, you see how retarded that is? If you like a vegetable that I didn't, would you question my taste? Such a profoundly bizarre stance to have, which it is. We could sit down to a meal, right? Because this is the perfect allegory. We could sit down to a meal. Everything we agree on. We're having everything exactly the same. Literally everything. Okay? And then I could ask the waiter for, I don't know, some tartar sauce, for instance. I don't know. And then you could be like, oh, I don't like tartar sauce. I hate you. I'm getting up from this meal and I'm never speaking to you again. What? How bizarre. How bizarre. So strange. And this person replied in here and says, you like a movie everyone expected you to hate. And now all of a sudden you're selling out or shilling. No, if I was selling out, I would placate my audience. Because my audience is what makes me money. Right? You guys are... Like, I do this because I enjoy it. But if I was selling out, I would play to my audience. I would play to you. I wouldn't be making a video like this. I'm going to lose subscribers for doing this. Right? But I think that there's such a profound lack of critical thinking. And I don't understand why this film is this bizarre nexus point. Even in my review, I said they changed Superman's origin. It's the dumbest shit ever. Because it really is. I think it's completely dumb. Like, the review had heavy criticism of the film. But all you did was look at the title and go, oh, good start. Oh, he's shilling. No, obviously not. If I was shilling, I wouldn't be critical of the movie. Retard. Anyway, I just thought I'd do this video. You know, if you were to ask me, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say, really. This movie is projected now to do really... does it actually have... Sorry, let's see if it does see... Let's see if it does see. Let's see if it does say what it's expected to do worldwide. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. So it is... I mean, they're projecting it here, look. Superman to do 115 to $120 million domestic. Out of a lot of theatres, that's not great. It's not great at all. 4,000. It's amazing. Actually, Jurassic World Rebirth is still... How has Jurassic World Rebirth got more theatres than Superman? That's bizarre. Oh, wait. Am I shilling? No, that's just weird. That brand new movie doesn't have as many theatres. Anyway, I don't have much else to say. I just think this is super dumb. Sure, you didn't like the movie. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean someone's shilling. Are you shilling because you hate it? Obviously not. Like, how dumb? How dumb? How super, super dumb? We need to bring critical thinking skills back to our education, because very, very clearly, as evidenced by my comment section, we are lacking in these fundamental abilities in the modern age.